Hi folks, welcome back to our channel. Today we will continue discussing immigration to Canada and specifically talk about the program that Canada introduced to help Ukrainians affected by the war. We will describe main features of this program, provide useful links and resources that can help you get a Canadian visa if you want to apply through this program. Wait till the end of this video to find out who else, other than Ukrainian citizens, can qualify for it. We have already talked about general immigration program that Canada offers, like Express Entry program. If you missed that video, we will link it in the upper right corner. In today's video, we will talk specifically about the new measure that Canada introduced for Ukrainians affected by the war. This video is airing early April 2022. More than 1 month ago, on February 24th, Russian army invaded Ukraine and still continues aggressive military actions. The United Nations estimated that more than 3.7 million people have fled the country since then. This is roughly 9% of its general population, making it one of the biggest refugee crises in the last 60 years, after Syria, Afghanistan, and Venezuela. People try to flee through land borders to the neighboring countries like Moldova, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, with the biggest flow going through Poland. From there, they try to find a residence in various countries who are ready to accept them on temporary or permanent basis. Numerous countries around the world have offered financial and humanitarian support. Canada has had strong ties with Ukraine for centuries. Ukrainian immigration to Canada started in the 19th century, and now almost 3.5% of Canadian population are people who are of Ukrainian descent. As the war broke out, Canada has come up with measures to support Ukrainians fleeing the war and help them find safe harbor in Canada. The program is officially called Canada-Ukraine Authorization for Emergency Travel, or CUAET. The main purpose of this program is to help Ukrainians and their family members to come to Canada as quick as possible. Keep in mind, this is not a refugee program. It's a temporary visitor program. So let's see in details what exactly this program offers, what practical steps one needs to take to use this program, and what comes next. First, let's determine who can apply. In order to be eligible to apply, you must be a Ukrainian citizen or a family member of Ukrainian citizen. As a Ukrainian national, you need to have a valid passport. At this point, it doesn't matter if it's biometric or not. Family members of Ukrainian citizens are considered to be a spouse or a common law partner, dependent child, yours, your spouse's, or your common law partners, or a dependent child of a dependent child. We will cover necessary documents for this group of applicants towards the end of the video. The program is aimed at people who are currently outside of Canada, as well as who are already in Canada. If you're already in Canada and your visa is expiring, CUAET allows you to extend your stay for up to 3 years if you're a worker or a visitor. And if you're a student, you can extend your stay for the duration of your studies. If you're currently outside of Canada, CUAET gives you a visitor visa that allows you to come to Canada temporarily until it is safe to return to Ukraine. And now the best part about this program. It is fee exempt, it is valid for 10 years or until your passport expires. It allows you to travel in and out of Canada as long as your visa is valid. It will be processed on priority basis. It will give you the option to apply for a fee exempt work permit at the same time. And this last point is very important. You're allowed to apply for a work permit at the same time as your visitor visa application. You don't have to wait till you're already in Canada and apply for a work permit there and then wait again until it's issued. You can do it all in parallel, and this will save you a lot of time and money. By the time you're on Canadian soil, you will be way closer to finding work and start earning income in Canada. When crossing the border, you will be given the following status: a visitor, a worker if you applied for a work permit at the same time, or a student if you're under 18 and are coming to Canada to study. In terms of fees, between February 22nd, 2022 and March 31st, 2023, the Government of Canada is waiving fees for the following services: temporary resident visas, temporary resident permits, temporary resident status extensions, study permits and extensions, work permits and extensions, and biometrics. If you're eligible for these waivers, you're a Ukrainian national, a family member, or a dependent, but you've already paid your fees, you will be issued a refund. You don't even need to request it, it will be done automatically. Tricky thing about traveling these days is COVID restrictions. Canada entry rules require travelers to be fully vaccinated by one of the approved vaccines, which you can check on the official website. We will link it in the description box down below. After April 1st, pre-entry tests are no longer required for fully vaccinated travelers. If you're not vaccinated or not fully vaccinated, have only one dose, or are vaccinated but by one of the vaccines which are not approved in Canada, normally you won't be allowed to board the plane that is traveling to Canada. But under CUAET, you will have an exemption from these entry restrictions. When your CUAET visa is issued, you will also be given a letter that confirms your exemption from entry restrictions. Keep in mind though, you still need to follow other public health rules like quarantine and pre-entry or post-entry tests. Also, everyone entering Canada, regardless of their vaccination status, needs to fill out a ArriveCAN application. It's mandatory and free, and the app can be downloaded to your phone or filled out online through your computer browser. We will include the link to it in the description box down below. So how to actually apply for a visa through Canada-Ukraine authorization for emergency travel? First, you will need to create an online account on Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada portal. When registering, you will get an invitation code from IRCC to your email. Use that code to create an account. Complete an online form. You can skip the parts about eligibility and fees. You won't be asked to pay anything. Next, when you're asked what you're applying for, you need to choose Canada-Ukraine authorization for emergency travel. Keep in mind, if you want to work in Canada, you can apply for an open work permit at the same time as your main visa application. For this, choose yes when asked if you want to work in Canada. If you're a family member or a dependent of Ukrainian citizen, you're also required to provide the following documents as proof of relation: a marriage certificate or proof of common law status, documents showing a shared address, a birth certificate, or any other document that shows immediate family connection. When traveling to Canada, bring all these documents with you, as you will be asked to show them to the Border Services officer. And this sums up the overview of Emergency Travel Program for Ukrainians. Some bullet points. The program is free of charge. Ukrainian citizens can apply, as well as their family members and dependents, even if they are of different citizenship. You can apply for open work permit at the same time of application. Applications from Ukrainians are currently in priority, and processing times are expedited. If you're communicating with IRCC regarding your application, use Ukraine 2022 in your subject line for priority. You may be exempted from vaccination requirements to enter Canada. You can apply for other immigration programs at the same time, like express entry. Thank you for watching this video. We hope it helped you get a better understanding of what Canada-Ukraine Authorization for Emergency Travel Program is and who can benefit from it. Please share it with your friends and people who are currently fleeing Ukraine and looking for a safe place to reside. We're including all the links to official resources in the description box down below, including the one in Ukrainian language. Please share it with those in need and who don't speak English. Peace to everyone.